أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Ladies and gentlemen, sisters and brothers, Muslim and Christian, I greet you with the greeting words of Islam. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. The theme I am about to unfold is, why do African Muslims confuse knowing the creator of heaven and earth with religion and culture? What is culture? Culture is everything that mankind has brought forth in this world. And I think we Muslims, we are suffering from our culturalization. What is our culturalization? It's a process of cultural contact and exchange through which a person or group comes to adopt certain values and practices of a culture that is not originally their own, to greater or lesser extent. The result is that the original culture of the person or group remains, but it is changed by this process. So there are two types of culturalization. First, it is a cultural modification of an individual, group, or people by adapting to or borrowing traits from another culture. I can give example. In Muslim family in Africa, when a child is born, you will hear those who are indoctrinated that that child should be given a Muslim name. While there are no such thing as Muslim name, but rather Arab's name. So we were Arabized instead of Islamized. So we end up giving our children Arab's name. Even if we give them the Arab's name, we have to pronounce it properly like Arab. For instance, someone who is given name and his parents call him Isifu. You will hear those who were indoctrinated and conditioned. They will tell you it's not Isifu, but you have to say like an Arab man, Yusuf. Or a name like Yakuba. They will tell you, no, don't say Yakuba, but you say Ya'ub. You have to pronounce it like an Arab man. Or Sumaila. They will tell you not Sumaila, that's Ismail. And this is our culturalization. It has nothing to do with Islam. Because Umar, when he was Kafir and not Muslim yet, when he was converted to Islam, he has maintained his name Umar, but they didn't give him Muslim name because there is no such thing as Muslim name. And number two, about our culturalization of African Muslim, is the process by which a human being acquires the culture of a particular society from infancy. I can give an example. When we were children, we want to go to secular education, but they discourage us that anyone who go to secular education, he will go to hell. So we have to go to only Islamic education. And even they said, student, you don't have to read science because science will send you to hell. And you don't have to read law because lawyers will go to hell. All these are our culturalization. It has nothing to do with Islam. And what is religion? Religion is a set of beliefs concerning the cause, nature, and the purpose of the universe, especially when considered as the creation of a super being, agency, or agencies, usually involving devotional and ritual observances, and often containing a moral code governing the conduct of human affairs. So, in a religion, Buddha, Islam, Judaism, Christianity, traditional religion, all of them, they involve devotional and ritual observances. And also, their religion contain a moral code governing the conduct of human affairs. But is this enough to know the creator of heaven and earth if you are only religious? Because knowing the creator of heaven and earth is different than being a religious person. Quran 42 verse 11. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم فاطر السماوات والأرض جعل لكم من أنفسكم أزواجا ومن الأنعام أزواجا يذرأكم فيه ليس كمثله شيء وهو سميع بصير. He is the originator of the heavens and the earth. He made for you spouses from among yourselves and made mate for cattle as well, multiplying you both. There is nothing like him, for he alone is the all-hearing and all-seeing. And these are some of the attributes of the creator of heaven and earth. As a Muslim, when we venture in any activities, we begin with Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of Allah, ar-Rahman, most compassionate or most gracious. Ar-Rahim, most merciful. And these two are beautiful names of Allah. He is compassionate and merciful. So anything negative, you could not attribute it to the creator of heaven and earth. Anything positive, beautiful, you attribute to creator of heaven and earth. Quran 7 verse 180. وَلِلَّهِ أَسْمَاءُ الْحُسْنَى فَأَدْعُوهُ بِهَا وَذَرُوا الَّذِينَ يُلْحِدُونَ في أسمائه سيجزون ما كانوا يعملون. Allah has the most beautiful names. So call upon him by them and avoid from those who abuse his name. They will be punished for what they used to do. As soon as you attribute Allah to something negative, something bad, then Allah will punish you. And Allah has beautiful names. And some of us, let us believe that Allah has 99 names. But by saying so, you limited Allah to 99 names. And this is your limitation of knowledge. It doesn't mean that Allah has 99 names. Maybe you can say, you check from the Quran, you see 99 names. But you cannot say Allah has 99 names. Allah, the names of Allah is unlimited, has no limit. So you cannot reduce the names of Allah to 99 names. Quran 23 verse 51. Ya ayyuhar rusul, kulu min tayyibatin wa amalu salihan inna bima ta'amaluna alim. O messenger, eat from what is good and lawful and act righteously. Indeed, I fully know what you do. So Allah is telling the messengers to eat what is good and lawful. So we should ask, are our Imam doing all this? Are our Imam eating what is good and lawful? I don't think so. Quran 16 verse 36. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ولقد بعثنا في كل أمة رسولا أن اعبدوا الله واجتنبوا الطاغوت فمنهم من هدى الله ومنهم من حقت عليه ضلالة فسيروا في الأرض فانظروا كيف كان عاقبة المكذبين. And we certainly sent into every nation a messenger, saying, worship Allah and avoid Taghut. And among them were those whom Allah guided, and among them were those upon error was decreed. So proceed through the earth and observe how was the end of deniers. So Allah sent in every era a messenger to worship him and avoid a Taghut. We all claim to be worshippers of Allah. But are we avoiding a Taghut? And what is a Taghut? A Taghut, as soon as you associate anything with the creator of heaven and earth, then you are going directing in the direction of a Taghut. And most of us, we don't avoid a Taghut, but we think otherwise. If you are Imam, you belong to a certain Aqidah, and you give reverence to the leader of this Aqidah, and to the extent that you acknowledge him and you attribute a certain qualities to him more than he deserves, and even in some way try to compare him with God, is a form of a Taghut. Most of our Imams are doing, but they are not cognizant of what they are doing. And Allah said he guides whom he wants, and among them were those upon error was decree. He also decreed error to some people. And this shows that there are also many Muslims and many Imams whereby Allah did not guide them, but they are leading us. And how can we know? There are also people whereby they are not Imams, but Allah guide them. But how can we know? This is something puzzle we will not know. Quran 4 verse 103. Allah said, Inna salata kanat ala al-mu'minina kitaban mawqutan. Indeed, performing prayers is a duty on the believers at the appointed time. So actually, performing prayers is not for Muslims, because Allah said, Inna salata kanat ala al-mu'minina. Allah didn't say kanat ala al-muslimina. So performing prayers is reserved for only mu'min. But most of our Muslim, 99% or 95 of 90, we are Muslim, but we are not mu'min. So actually, the prayers are not meant for us. And what is mu'min? Quran 20 verse 1 or 2. وَمَنْ يَعْمِلَ مِنَ الصَّالِحَاتِ وَهُوَ مُؤْمِنٌ فَلَا يَخَافُ ظُلْمًا وَلَا هَضْمًا. But he who does of righteous deed while is a believer, he will neither fear injustice nor deprivation. So a mu'min is the one who does a good deed. And we should ask ourselves in Zongo society and in Zongo community, how many of us do a good deed in the Zongo? So can we claim that we are mu'min according to this surah? Quran 4 verse 116. And many of you also will wonder why those imams who are leading prayers, or those imams who are leading us in the affairs of Islam, are preaching virtue and practicing vices. And even they are not good example for the society. And society tend their eye blind, even trusting them, giving them the fund, give imam and the chiefs money of the society to keep it for them. How can you give an imam, a chief, a money to keep for you, money of society, whereby you know this imam is not working, the chief also is not working? Even if they are working, what kind of work are they doing? This is illegal business and action they are doing. How can you give these people money to keep for you? And we wonder why most imams are preaching virtue and practicing vices, because they base their behavior on this ayah. Quran 4 verse 116. Inna Allah la yukfiru an yushrika bihi wa yakfiru ma duna dhalika liman yasha'u wa man yashruku billahi faqad dhalla dhalalan ba'ida. Surely Allah does not forgive associating others with him, but forgive anything else of whoever he wills. Indeed, whoever associates others with Allah has clearly gone astray. Because our Imam think they could do all social vices only so far as they did not associate any partner with Allah. Allah will forgive them. And that's why they are behaving the way they are behaving. But this is a misconstrued and misconcept. Because how can you preach virtue and practice vices? There are people all over the world from Zongo communities. They want to help Zongo. I'm one of them. Even if they tell us to pay $100 a month, every month, so that we will get our money to make Zongo a better living place. There are some people like me in Ghana, in abroad, who would like to also contribute their quota to the betterment of Zongo. But the question is, who is going to keep this money? Because we don't trust the chief, we don't trust also the imams, because they are not good example in Zongo. What we are looking now, a person whereby he's a businessman, a person like Ibrahim Mama, we can give our money to him to keep for us. And we know even if he invests the money into any business, he will give us our money back because he's businessman and he's a rich man. But to give your money to a jobless person or person who is involved in illegal business and he struggle to let the ends meet, you know this person automatically he will squander all your money. And at the end, what we usually do is to gather everybody and then by virtue of saying Salatu ala Nabiyul Karim, and then you forget what has been meted or has been done to us. So I think Zongo, we should consider many things and try to streamline our way of living in Zongo and how better we could help Zongo. We should have someone we trust because if we say we will not trust anybody, we cannot do anything in Zongo. We have to have someone we trust. They say trust is good, control is better. Assalamu alaikum.